What's up, everybody? Yes, I'm back, man. Check this out. The other day I said I was gonna speak on blue torta, and I put it on reserve. And the reason is because I had some information shot down to me about Mr. Blue Torta, and I've been reserved if I should speak on it or not. He had a run-in with one of my homies. It is what it is, you know what I mean? I guess there's a whole lot of running going on. Anyways, that's here nor there, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, as a reminder, this is a fitness channel with a twist. People, if you guys want to get started in your fitness journey, shoot me that DM or email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Okay. Before I do move on any further in this video, I got to give a shout out to all of my channel members, man. I appreciate you guys. You guys have been rocking with me since day one. I know every now and then I forget to give you guys a shout out, but don't ever for once think that I forget about you guys, because without you guys, I probably would slow this entertainment channel of mine to a slow, like driving Miss Daisy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and another thing, I got to give a shout out to my new team members. Just a quick reminder, the day that you made that choice to sign up with my program is the day that you decided to become that best version of yourself. It's the best investment that you can make. You need to start paying attention to your guys' overall health today. Stop ignoring it. Because if you keep on doing that, I guarantee in the future, you're going to be forced to pay attention to your illness. Straight up. As a matter of fact, look what happened with Gunner. You know what I'm saying? You know, it happens. And when you ignore your health, and when that illness comes knocking at your door, it comes like a raid. When they're kicking in that door, it comes with full force. You know, so just some food for thought, people. Now, I wanted to go over some nutritional tips for you, or I should say health awareness to you guys. You people have to start paying attention to your body, the way it speaks to you. Did you guys know that your legs can give you early signs about underlying health conditions? The older you are, the more relevant this becomes. The following condition that affects legs can provide insight into your longevity and overall health, people. Peripheral neuropathy. I got this. I don't know if it's a fly flying around me or a bee. You know what I mean? I tend to have a lot of bees around here. Anyways, these symptoms of numbness, pain, tingling, or burning in the bottom of the feet or fingertips are often associated with diabetes, people. High levels of sugar in the bloodstream destroys the vascular and nervous system. Ankle and foot edema, puffy legs, and ankles of pitting often signify a serious problem with circulation involving the kidney, liver, or heart. Okay, restless leg syndrome, people. This often happens, you know, at night. And it's related to overconsumption of sugar. Vitamin B1 and magnesium may help improve this condition, people. Deep vein thrombosis. That's going to be clots in the legs and can break off and travel to the lungs. 90 to 95% of heart attacks are caused by clots, people. Okay, so keep that in mind, man. I'm telling you right now, how could you go wrong with not investing in your health today? You know, it's the best investment that you can make. You know, a lot of us think that we're thug life and say, oh, well, I love it. I'm going to keep on eating salt till the day I die. I guarantee when you're on that deathbed, you're going to be wishing that you would have never made that comment. You know, I love salt too, but I love my family even more. You know, so just some food for thought. You know what I mean? So, anyways, peripheral artery disease, people. This type of atherosclerosis goes beyond the arteries of heart, and it's caused by damage to the endothelium. Okay, man, this bug is just, my goodness, it's bothering me. Well, anyways, I'm gonna move on to the twist, people. Okay, I believe I've said enough about listening to warning signs about your body, because your body will speak to you. Just a word to the wise: when you feel something that's out of the ordinary, don't take lightly to that. Your body's talking to you. You know what I mean? Don't ignore it, and don't think it's just some type of glitch going on in your body. Seek immediate attention, because something simple that can be taken care of ahead of time will prevent something serious in the future. You know, just some words of wisdom, people. You know what I'm saying? It's never too late to invest in your overall health. You know, like I said, I'm over half a century old, man. So if you guys are ready to make that step and take life more serious and stop being selfish, because little do you know, there may be a lot more people out there that depend on you than you really think. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, shoot me a DM. It's High Power Fitness, high_power_fitness_. Or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. I'll get you going on becoming healthy again. And remember, once again, as a reminder, on my program, we get healthy before we lose weight. We don't lose weight, then get healthy. You know what I mean? We work internally on reconstructing our body internally. Make sure everything, your organs, your muscles, your tissues, everything's all working as a team together again. Well, anyways, people, let's get to the twist, baby. Mr. Blue Torta. I was watching a video this morning. He did a reaction to a reaction, I believe it was. Spoke on an individual by P-Face. Seems like everybody's dropping videos. As a matter of fact, Dubs just dropped one right now too. I have no idea who this character is, other than the individual that Blueface put up there. It showed a part that his enemigas were chasing him. You guys got to keep in mind, man, all you cats are quick to draw at the phones. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised that fucking fool didn't pull out his phone and start shooting back at them with their phones. I didn't see no serious threat there. To me, it's exactly what the Mr. Blue Torta said, what people do for clout and clicks and views. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that fucking lame that keeps on putting my name up, on my face up on posts. You know what I'm saying? Hosting an event that I know nothing of and never was informed of. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I guess it's like what people do for money, except for it's what people do for clicks and views around here. You know what I mean? Some grimy ass fools. But anyways, yeah, Blue Torta, man. I noticed a change in this individual. I decided to subscribe to him because I'm curious about his change, to see if he's really going to be a man of his word, because I know he said that he was making a change. He said some things in the past that will never be forgiven by me. That's exactly what was said by other individuals too. I will never forgive him for that. That's a no-no. That's mandatory on site. You know, so it is what it is. You know what I mean? Am I going to go out of my way to go look for an individual? No, absolutely not. You know what I mean? If we ever cross paths, we'll do it in a professional manner. You know what I mean? We'll step aside the restroom or something, get it off our chest, shake our visas, shake each other's visas, and bon voyage, baby. You know what I mean? You ain't going to offer me a drink. You might be able to buy me a chicken burrito or something, but a drink? No, I don't drink. Well, anyway, that's here nor there. You know what I mean? You guys got to keep in mind, this cat right here loves to ramble. Blue Torta, man. He broke down that video pretty good about the individual that fucking ran for his life. No, he didn't duck underneath that car. Oh, big boy, he's tripped and stumbled. That fool fucking, I guess he must have shit his drawers or something, because he thought his enemigas had more for him than what they were pulling on him. Come on, it was camera. They were seeking camera. I'm not saying that they ain't with the business or anything, because they probably would have let him have it. You know, because some people do some crazy shit here on social media, you know what I mean? And then they go and post it, and then they start crying about it while they're doing all day. You know, it is what it is. Times have changed. It's kind of like my homeboy Gordo this morning. He reached out to me and mentioned, he goes, man, who would have ever thought you would become the modern day Jack Lane. And I said, man, times have changed, haven't they, Gordo? I remember when we were kids, we used to play tackle football on the street. Nowadays, kids, you don't find them outside their rooms, let alone the adults nowadays. They're stuck in behind their phones, not doing a motherfucking thing, not investing in themselves, that's for sure. Especially Mr. Old fucking Snotbox, the one with the white glide, Mr. Dirt Devil. He's over there doing periques and drinking all day, stressing on other people's programs when he should be focusing on himself and working on himself. You know who I'm talking about. But anyways, I won't mention his name. Like I said, I laid that fucking pupa to rest, and it is what it is. But let's go back to Blue Torta, man. So Blue Torta, okay, yeah, he spoke on this individual and what he did, and I guess a lot of people are talking about this Mr. P-Face, that he ran for his life. Hey, only he knows why he ran. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people are quick to draw their cameras, but there is them certain individuals that will pull that fusca as well, not caring, you know what I mean? And then your ass to get murked. It kind of like takes me back to when I was younger. I'm not going to say the location, but I brought a knife to a gunfight. I didn't know that this individual had a fusca on him. I did what I did. I had to do what I did, you know what I mean? Because the individual had something coming. And once I did that, let me clear this up just a little bit, slightly to you. He was sitting in a seat where I did what I did, and I took off. Obviously, when I hit him, it was just something more like a chequeada. But this fool jumped in his ride and went chasing me and started blasting at me with his gauge. You know what I mean? Hey, was I going to sit there and try to bring my knife out and challenge him? Hell no. You know what I mean? That's a foolish man's game right there. Shit, you're guaranteed to lose. So anyways, from what I've gathered with that Mr. P-Face and what fucking Blue Torta was saying, you know, it looked like they only had cameras, but you just never know. The only ones that really know are the people right there at the location. Now, let's get back to Blue Torta. Blue Torta. I know he was just recently in another state, and he came across one of my homies. Okay? And like I've said in the past, man, I'm going to tell you today, a lot of individuals have created characters for themselves here on social media. But when you run into them in real life, they ain't that person. There's so many fucking fakes and frauds out here. You know what I'm saying? So audience, beware. Because that person that you're over there praising, he may not really be that person that you're praising. It may be some dirtbag or something. You know what I'm saying? As far as me, what you see is what you get. The energy that I give right here behind the screen is the same exact energy you will get face to face. You know, it's not a tough man image. It's a person of professionalism. You come with respect, you get respect. I give that respect, I expect it in return. You know. Well, anyways, I'm not going to get into detail about this, but let's just put it this way. Mr. Blue Torta was with two of his homies and was approached by one of my homies. I'm going to leave it as that. If Mr. Blue Torta decides to do a reaction to this video, because I know one of his minions will send it to him, then I'll bring it about. But until then, other than that, I'm just going to say, my homie ran into him at a location, and that's that. Nothing came about it. Everybody left their own ways. So, you know, but I know detail about it. Just like I know detail about that dude that keeps on having my name in his mouth. I'm kind of hoping that I don't have to pull his covers, but if he keeps on taking shots at me and speaking on me, I just might have to pull his covers. That way his audience could see the person that he really is. you will bring so much shame to your name. So, word of advice, Mr. Snotbox, keep my name out of your mouth. That's what was asked of you. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously your word is no good. But anyways, people, with that being said, I'm going to bring this video to an end. I know you guys were probably expecting more. I actually wanted to give fucking Blue Torta his flowers because the way he's been conducting himself lately, he's been sticking to his word. You know what I'm saying? He's been breaking stuff down pretty good. I don't agree with the vernacular that he chooses to use because he uses like the unk, cuz, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I come from a different generation, but hey, who am I? I'm just me, you know? It's like the youngsters that use that N-word. It's crazy. I wish they wouldn't use it, but it is what it is, you know? All I could do is just voice my opinion. I mean, if I don't like the way people are speaking, then I move myself from that conversation, you know, because when I speak to any of my homeboys don't talk like that. You know what I mean? We speak in a vernacular the same way that we all grew up, even when I grew up and my older homeboys grew up. You know. But anyways, people, with that being said, man, if you want to get started on your fitness journey, shoot me a DM. It's High Power Fitness, high_power_fitness_. Or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Once again, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the hype button, because once I reach that 10,000 subs, I will start doing lives. And on my lives, everyone is welcome to pull up. Now get up and get yours.